Welcome to this presentation on a population at risk, including those experiencing intimate partner violence. My name is Jessica Copley. I'm an LPN to BSN nursing student at Indiana State University. During this presentation, the observer will be able to understand types of intimate partner violence, including physical, sexual, and psychological abuse. You'll be able to understand who's affected by intimate partner violence, be able to recognize risk factors of IPV, be able to understand why the abuser acts violently, be able to recognize symptoms in ourselves and others experiencing violence, to be able to recognize myths, to know where to go for help, and how to work with intimate partner violence victims. At this time, please pause the presentation, take the pretest, print out the outline, and join in again. The definition of intimate partner violence includes coercive behavior by someone who was previously an intimate partner. It was known as domestic violence and is now known as intimate partner violence, or IPV. It includes physical injury, psychological abuse, and sexual abuse. It contributes to progressive social isolation and intimidation of the victim. Abuse is usually repetitive and increases in severity over time. It's a transgenerational pattern of neural behavior. So if a child sees that abuse of their parents, they in turn will use that as power in a relationship. And it's not about control, or it's about control, not about anger. Statistics include there are 12 million incidents yearly. 2,300 and 400 people die. 70% of those are female. 30% and 1% of men report abuse. 1 in 6 pregnant women have been abused by their partner. Risk factors include low self-esteem, poverty, risky sexual behavior, eating disorders, depression, substance abuse, and trust and relationship issues. Physical symptoms that are common of victims of intimate partner violence include chronic fatigue and tension, disrupted sleep patterns, abnormal eating patterns, stomach upset, and unexplained bruises. These are symptoms that nurses can look for. They're not always apparent. It's important if you see signs of abuse that it is reported. Common myths include that intimate partner violence occurs in only poor, uneducated minority homes, that this abuse is a private family matter and not a social one, and they should keep it to themselves. It occurs only in heterosexual couples. Victims did something to deserve it. The victim can change the abuser, and abusers will stop, and they don't need assistance in stopping their behaviors. All these are myths, and we need to support and teach others about the negative side effect of intimate partner violence. Intimate partner violence is about power and control. It is a cycle of abuse that uses intimidation by using locks, smashing things, abusing pets, or displaying weapons. It also has emotional abuse by playing mind games and making them feel bad or guilty. Use isolation by controlling the victim, what they do, who they see, and they act as if it's jealousy as an excuse and not to be controlling. They use minimizing, denying, and blaming, not taking concerns seriously and making light of abuse and saying the victim caused it. Oftentimes, the abuser uses children to relay messages or threaten to take the children away. They use male privilege. They treat the victim like a servant and act like a master. Using economic abuse, preventing the victim from getting or having a job and having all the control. They use coercion and treats, threatening to hurt the victim or threatening suicide. As nurses, we often work with victims. In order to be successful, we need to establish trust. We need to deal with confidentiality honestly. It's important that we provide options for shelters and other resources so they know where to go if they do choose to leave, and they leave in a safe manner and have protection. And we need to understand that clients may choose to stay in their relationship. And if their life is at risk, we do have the responsibility to speak up. It is important to know where to go for help, both to share with others and also if we feel unsafe to reach out for help. There are multiple ways to reach out, including calling 1-800-799-SAFE or 1-800-787-3224. There's also a live chat that's available. And a great way to contact somebody without being noticed by the abuser is to text START to 88788. All these ways are confidential and help you work through resources and how to get help. References that provide more information is domesticviolence.org. It tells you exactly what it is and where to go for help. There's also the hotline.org, and it gives you warning signs of abuse, but also provides hotline and a place to speak live to somebody. It is very important that we teach others in the community that it's okay to reach out for help, that they don't need to stay in the abusive relationship, even if it's for the children, but also be supportive and understanding so they don't feel stuck. Thank you for joining me for this presentation. At this time, please take the post test. Thank you.